I think joining TBT is a really good option because I joined and I managed to get from a failing student to an A1 student.
I tell them I joined their tuition, they're like, oh my god, are you serious? I was being showered with full of bio resources and I was like, oh my god, this is heaven. I would encourage my juniors to join. Like, you should join this and join it early.
Believe me, I've really had many tuition and I think TBT is really one of the best and perhaps the best for bio. I definitely regret not learning about TBT sooner, and maybe I would have to deal with a B4 in my report book.
If you join early and you're going to have the right attitude and you're going to put the effort, I'm telling you, you'll definitely get distinctions. If you guys have the right attitude and are willing to work hard, you're kind of guaranteed A1. So don't waste any time, just go for BioTutor.
You'll see your grades improve if you really work hard with him, alongside with him. You are really in for something very good.
In Sec 3, they realized that, oh no, the content is going crazy because Sec 2 to Sec 3 is like a huge jump. I tried my best to study for bio, but I couldn't finish all the content.
I really hated the subject and like my teacher in school wasn't very good. So like I often would just leave it to the last to complete.
If I got D7, I would be happy at the time.
It really just hit me like, oh, I can have this love for the subject, but I still can't do well. I felt very depressed and at one point I was heavily considering wanting to drop the subject.
I was really struggling with like memorizing concepts and the keywords especially, how to tackle application questions, and that resulted me in consistent F9s and E8s if I was lucky.
When I asked the teacher, she doesn't really entertain my questions. She kind of entertains like the smarter people questions and she asked me to read my own self. So I kind of feel discouraged and not feel interested in the subject anymore.
I was horrendous in my OEQs. I would always score like 0 to 2 out of 4. I couldn't really score in my papers and I was borderline passing, like 50 marks.
Even though I spent a lot of time studying bio and I wrote a lot of things in my exam papers, I often scored C6 and B7 for bio.
I searched bio notes on Google and found free bio notes by ThatBioTutor. The notes have helped me a lot, but I still couldn't get anything higher than a B4. That's when I decided to join TBT as a student.
I became really proficient in my bio that I think I got the highest quite a few times. My prelims, I got the highest in my class. Not only was I able to see what the examiners wanted from me in the answering, the tips that you give in studying also helped me to improve how I study bio.
It felt a lot easier to answer bio questions because I know exactly what the key points are. And then finally getting my first A1 in Sec 4 WA1, I was like super happy with it.
ThatBioTutor introduced me to memory shortcuts. Instead of having to memorize a whole chunk of information, each letter in the acronym was related to a very important keyword in each bio process. I found that hitting the keywords were much easier and this helped me to enjoy bio a lot more.
Bio definitely became easier. Bio was so much more understandable. When I went to O-levels, I felt that the paper was so easy, right? That I couldn't find a hard question, jokes. But yeah, it's just much better than bio was before I joined TBT.
The lesson was so engaging and I really felt very happy going there every time.
Ever since joining lessons, I've been looking forward to each one every week, genuinely.
What started as a subject that scared me actually became a subject that I was confident could pull my O-level grades up.
My chemistry tutor, he blocked me online because I asked him too many questions. But this was the extreme opposite. So I would always ask questions and I would get my answers really quick. Even a few days before my exams, when the stress level is really high, I just know that there's someone there who can actually help me.
So here is the TBT notes that really helped me survive through O-levels. Yeah, and any queries you have is really just all answered in there. And I also have my notes from TBT that I printed out. So you can tell there's a lot of annotations on it. That's really how engaging the class is.
The notes made the learning process so much more easy because I had something that was really fast and quick to refer to when I was unsure of anything, when I was doing my practices as well.
On the night of my exam, I can easily send him 10 to 20 questions and he will never fail to reply me with very high quality explanations besides his busy schedule.
Whenever I'm doing my homework, they're like, oh, I do not know how to do this question. Then you just take a picture of the question and ask you, so I can get my help as fast as I need.
Definitely be the reward system. That's crazy because usually submitting homework is something you're supposed to do, and if you don't submit it, you get scolded. But for that BioTutor, you won't get scolded if you don't do the homework. Instead, you get rewarded if you do the homework, which is pretty motivating.
The compilation of commonly asked questions, it made me feel like it was cheating because each time I did a practice paper, most of the questions were very similar to what was in the commonly asked question list.
The CAQs are actually such a lifesaver. I can't even go about to explain how much I love the notes. I remember that during O-levels, there was this one natural selection question, and when I saw it, I was basically smiling as I wrote my answer down because I knew exactly how to answer the question because the CAQ came out.
Pre-recorded lesson clips. During my O-level grind, I just played these lesson clips in 2x speed to maximize efficiency when revising.
The memory shortcuts because I have very, very short-term memory. I'm like a goldfish. When I use those memory shortcuts, I managed to score better for my OEQs because they all contain those keywords that you need to score.
Sample answers for the TYS is so good. I kind of just memorized that and then my bio got better.
You also like take care of our mental health. You're like probably the only teacher that sends mail to the students.
Before a major exam or something, you'll send us like a letter or like a little gift. For a student who's like mugging so hard, it's nice to see that, hey, at least like my teacher believes in me.
The last letter you sent us before O-level, it really like motivated me a lot. Whenever I felt like, oh, I cannot, I'm gonna give up already, I cannot. Then I just read that letter and be like, okay, I can do this, I can do this.
It felt like a mini family. I loved the treats, donuts, boba, and like little snacks that kept the vibe fun. And personalized letters that Mr. Keith sent during exam periods, they really kept my spirits up.
Your classes are fun. When you ask the questions and then ask for a response, people actually respond.
I think that you are better than my school bio teacher. He's not really passionate about teaching. He'll just read off his slides. I always fall asleep. But in your class, you made the effort to ask us questions, make us like proactive, and then you made your lessons interesting. I remember you had like this Minecraft example. I really enjoyed that a lot. I would definitely recommend it to other people.
I would go to class and there would be food, and during exam season we would get like letters in our mailbox. Such actions really pushed me further because I was like, my teachers really care about me at ThatBioTutor. The CAQs at the end of every class were also like just a really fun way to like track whether I actually learned everything I needed to from that lesson. After every lesson, I could walk out of class feeling like I know what to do and what to write if a question like this came out in the exams.
So basically, there are now a few tutors, Mr. Keith, Mr. Melvin, and Miss Chelsea. So the three of them were really helpful when I joined their classes.
I'm quite surprised like he will purposely like buy and upgrade his equipment that he used during tuition, because like other teachers, they won't try to make the class a better experience. He'll always think of ways to improve lessons, to improve the notes, to improve how students learn in his class.
The feedback you give is really helpful. It helps me to know where I went wrong. Teachers in school don't really do that, or they don't have the time to like slowly go through it first, and they're not accessible 24/7.
I never felt a connection with like a teacher before. This was much of an interactive thing. It was no longer just student teacher.
I like how like you talk to us as a friend. I also feel like more comfortable sharing my doubts with you and clarifying everything instead of asking like a 50-year-old teacher that may judge me if I have any like weird questions.
It already offered a lot more than what a regular tuition would. You give out your own free notes. You give us a lot of past exam papers. You let us replay lessons. Give us 24/7 consultations. You already give us a lot more than any student could ask for.
You can ask about your life choices, JC, Poly. You really know your stuff. I just felt like you were very confident when you were teaching a lesson.
I think a big part of his potential is in his ability to change the mindsets of his students and help them grow personally. For me, my time with TBT also did play a part in making me much more disciplined and motivated to learn. So just trust him.
The night before Bio O-levels, they were all staying up till midnight to answer their students' questions to the best of their abilities, which I found really heartwarming as it really showed how much they care for their students.
The teachers in TBT are more than happy to help you clarify all your doubts. And it's much better for you too, because if you don't get your doubts clarified in time during the exam, the things you didn't fully understand might come up and you'll really be caught off guard.
Here in TBT, I really feel like the tutors want me to do well. They are super encouraging and everything, and it makes me want to try hard in my own exams.
The questions I asked often to me felt like stupid questions. However, the teachers answered my questions with a lot of patience and they explained very thoroughly, which is something I really appreciate.
I feel really satisfied. It already shaped me into a more disciplined and a curious person in general, and someone that's not afraid of asking questions.
Honestly, I also didn't expect myself to improve so much, but I did it. So it was really a very fulfilling experience for me.
I feel that my experience is a 10 upon 10 when I joined. I feel quite good. Then Mr. Keith would like make improvements. Then I'm like, oh, that's actually quite good. I didn't think of that.
Any feedback from students, to be honest, is just addressed most of the time very quickly.
5-star experience, because I actually did make an improvement thanks to the notes and your teaching. I mean, I wouldn't rate it a 5-star if I see no improvement. It's because I see the improvement, that's why I rate it a 5-star. You taught me bio, I apply into my exams, I get my A1, I'm happy, I rate it a 5-star.
I would have preferred if I joined earlier. I would say join ThatBioTutor immediately.
I think it was very worth it. I managed to improve a lot and get A1 for O-levels. And I also started liking bio again.
The support that Mr. Keith gives his students is really like his little children like that. Like he will really guide them slowly, step by step.
I think joining TBT is a really good option because I joined and I managed to get from a failing student to an A1 student.
I went from someone who thought that like even passing for bio would be impossible, to realizing that it was so possible thanks to the help of teachers. I have become a better learner and a better student from it.
So if you're on the fence about TBT, take it from me, it's 100% worth it. They make bio manageable and even fun. Join the community and get the help you need and level up your bio game.